words today would you use to describe this loss?
Soft as
How disappointed are you?
very.
What are you most disappointed about?
I mean, shit's soft, man. I'm tired of going out there and losing. Like, it's just that. I mean, I don't know, bro. Go out there first, second quarter, don't get the ball, start getting targets at the end. I mean, can't do nothing. Start getting the ball when it's 30-0. What you want me to do?
Why in the first half are they not looking at you?
I don't know. Talk to Davis about that. Talk to Davis.
Did you say something to the coaches at halftime?
I mean, they know. They come up to me, ask me what plays I want. That was that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Malik, did you expect the quarterback change to provide more of a spark than it did?
I mean, obviously, it ain't the quarterback. Same outcome when we had DJ at quarterback. I mean, take a look. Take a look. It ain't the quarterback.
Oh, all right. And obviously, when he's referring to Dave, that's Coach Dave. Shannon, make it all make sense for me. Let's first just start with what Malik Nabers just said. Unpack that for me from a player's perspective.
He's a rookie that's very frustrated, and I've been there. Is that all of a sudden we get down by a bunch of points? Tell me what plays you like. No. Keep doing what y'all was doing. Y'all didn't ask me when it was 0-0. You didn't ask me when it was 7-0. You didn't ask me when it was 10-0. It was 17. Now all of a sudden we down 30, and you talking about what I like? I like to get the hell off this field and not get hurt because we not coming back when it's 30-0 in the fourth quarter. That's what I would like. This was an opportunity. We practiced all week long. Y'all getting me passes. Y'all doing all this in the red zone and all this practice time. I'm getting the ball, and I come game time, y'all don't look my direction. I get no targets. And now we down 30-0. What I like for y'all to get out my face before I say something that I'm going to regret. And I like to get off this field without getting injured. He's a young player that's frustrated that they placed all the blame at the foot at the quarterback. And you saw, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It's the same results offensively. The Giants had did a terrible job. Not only, and I don't really know if Daniel Jones can play. It'll be great to see because we see Sam Darnold leave the Jets and looks like a very competent quarterback with great coaching and players around him. So maybe Daniel Jones just need that. But I understand. Look, he's a young guy. He's very frustrated because he's immensely talented. We know we've seen him make plays earlier in the year when they give him the ball, but they haven't given it to him lately. And then it's late you out of the ball game. Now all of a sudden you want to try to throw me the ball. Woody, you've been in situations. All of a sudden we done fell behind. Now it's late in the ball game. We got no chance. Now we want to run it. Run it. You should have been running it early. And so Malik Nabers is saying, y'all should have been giving me these opportunities. But it's much deeper than the quarterback. And what he's saying, you see, it wasn't just the quarterback.
What I feel from this, fellas, is that Christmas is approaching. Thanksgiving this week, Christmas is approaching. And I'm expecting a Christmas card from Malik Nabers, who's going to thank me for saying what I said about the Giants last week. They stink. They're horrible. And that's what needs to be said. That's basically what he talked about. The other thing that I peeled from it is that when I'm looking at Brian Daboll, former coach of the year, who we've all said can coach, that's the first time I ever saw words from anybody associated with the New York Giants that gave me an indication. They pointed to the coach. They point to the coach, too. And they point to the GM, obviously, right? And so if we expect, and then not only that, guys, last but not least, you look at Malik Nabers, and doesn't that remind you a little bit of Odell Beckham Jr.? And it's like a player that's basically saying, could y'all get me the hell out of here? Could y'all get me the hell out of town? I don't want to play for this organization. I don't want to be here. This brother ain't even been there for 8 months, and he already won out. I mean, that's how bad it is. And then we have to look at the numbers, guys, and say it makes perfect sense. Since they won the Super Bowl in 2011, 0 division titles, 10 losing seasons in 13 years. During this time, fellas, their record, 78-127-1. Fourth worst record in the entire National Football League. Only the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Cleveland Browns, and the New York Jets have been worse than the Giants as a franchise in the last 13 years. 2 playoff appearances, 1 playoff win, 6 head coaches, 1 was an interim, 3 different general managers, okay? And obviously 2 controversial handlings of the quarterback situation with Eli Manning and the bench in the 2017. And obviously you got what you got with Daniel Jones now. They are awful. And when you have a rookie that's looking at his talent, and we consider how violent the National Football League is, Shannon, Damien Woody, y'all know it better than me. Bottom line is this. We can't fault or fret over Malik Nabers speaking up the way that he did, because you're literally putting your health on the line with every single play that you expose yourself to on the football field. And when you see a team bereft of common sense, bereft of leadership, don't know what the hell they're doing, everything they do ends up wrong and what have you, you are literally thinking, this is a rookie that's thinking about his career, that's thinking about, yo, man, there's no win for me playing for this team, for this organization, on this football field, in this uniform. Malik Nabers told the football world, can one of y'all please get me the hell out of here? I want out. That's what the man was saying.
What is the message that the Giants organization has sent to the locker room? That we don't care about the season. Think about this. They basically told Daniel Jones, we don't want you to play anymore. It's not even Thanksgiving. We got about 7 games left in the season, and they told their best quarterback that we care more about the money than the actual football games that are left on the schedule. And so when you're sending that message to the rest of the locker room, that's what happened in the game yesterday. We saw the most embarrassing display of effort by any football team in the National Football League this season. And all that is because of the message that the Giants organization has sent to the locker room in regards to the whole Daniel Jones fiasco. We get it. You don't want to pay the money and all that type of stuff. But with 7 games to go, you basically, expelling your quarterback, you dismissing your quarterback, and fellas, this is what you have, man. So, listen, the Giants organization deserves this because of the message that they've sent to not only Malik Nabers, but to everyone in that locker room.
All right,
help me out here, fellas. Hold on. Help me out here, fellas. I get it. I don't disagree with you, but I ask both of y'all this. You, Shannon, real quick first. Sean Payton did this to Russell Wilson last year in Denver. So explain to the audience what's the difference between that situation where a business decision was made, because Russell Wilson wasn't playing awful when he decided to make that move, right? What was the difference between
And they had a winning record.
And now, the Denver Broncos, Giants.
Stephen A., the Broncos had a winning record. Russ wasn't, I'm not saying Russ was a world beater, but they were winning. So he was willing to sacrifice the entirety of the season, then run the risk of Russell getting hurt on his dime and ended up having to pay him. Well, his money was guaranteed. You ended up having to pay him anyway. This makes absolutely no sense. And it was reported, Stephen A., that not only did they bench Daniel Jones, they had the man playing safety. Woody. Come on. You had your starting quarterback that you drafted in the top 10 pick, and you put the man on scout team as a safety. Really?
Like everybody, like all the players in the locker room they see that. They see that. What do you think is going to happen?
100%. It's time to play a little Sharpe or Not Smart. Shannon, that's always going to put a smile on my face. Love it. The Dolphins dominated the Patriots yesterday. We all need a laugh. Tua threw for 4 touchdowns without a pick, and with the loss, the Patriots will finish their 3rd straight season below 500. It's the first time since 91 to 93 New England has had 3 straight losing seasons. Head coach Jerod Mayo after the game.
Look, it's always, look, once those guys cross the white lines, there's nothing I can do for them. There's nothing any coach can do for them once they cross the white line. It's my job to continue to prepare not only them, but our coaches to go out here and play better football.
Shay, coming to you first. Were Mayo's comments sharp or not smart?
Not smart. There is things that you can do for them. There are adjustments that you can make. There are in-game adjustments. There are things you can do in the game. There are things you can do on the sideline. And even if that were the case, why as a head coach would you ever say there's nothing else you can do for your players once they cross the white lines? Your job is to continuously try to coach them up and to make sure they get better as the game progresses. That is not smart. That is not sharp. Come on, Jerod. You got to be better than this, bro.
Teddy?
Yeah, this is the second time. So earlier in the year, Jerod Mayo had some comments after a game and said we're a soft football team across the board. Very poorly worded in terms of he fixes it the next day and he said we're playing soft right now. And then so certain places you can't go as a head coach. I've talked to Jerod about this, and this is another example where do I know what he basically means? Yes. Does Shannon know what he basically means? Yes. We know what you mean. But when you're talking to the media, you're not talking to players. Okay, you're talking to a bunch of people with microphones that are taking your word for word and fans that really look at that, your comments, and are trying to take a literal definition from it. This is another mistake, okay? What he meant is this. Listen, you do your work going up to the week, all right? We got the call. We're going to give you a call to get out there, all right? Now it's on you. Go win. Basically, we know this as professionals. People listening to you at a podium don't know this as professionals, and that was Jerod's mistake.
Stephen A?
Not sharp, not smart, but I'm going to challenge you on something that you just said, Teddy, and you, Shannon. Yes, y'all played, and you're just talking to the media. Where do the media get a lot of these thoughts from? Because of people you talk to in the locker room. The fact of the matter is you're going to have players that take it just the way Shannon took it. That's going to take it just the way the media heard it. They're going to take it that way. So it's not just that you're talking to the media and the media is oblivious to what you're saying. We might be oblivious to what's going on the field, but we do understand how to listen. We know how to quote you. We know how to inhale and to grasp what you articulate. Yeah. And the fact is, you ain't Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick wouldn't do that. Bill Belichick wouldn't say that. No. So who the hell are you to do it? Of course it wasn't sharp. Yeah. And it wasn't smart. And that needs to be understood. Anybody could see that.
Yeah, the level of, I'd say this.
I think we all understand. Molly, when you're a head coach, you have to be very, very careful. Go
ahead, Shay. Yep.
Go ahead, Brewski. Go ahead. This is your situation, Brewski. Go ahead.
Go,
New England, you talk about it.
Okay, the level of professionalism that Jerod had as a player, okay, he's assuming that the other players on that team have it. They don't. You have a rookie quarterback. You have a young team that's trying to learn a lot of lessons that he may already have in his mind. He has to bring down his expectations to teach his team baby steps, it seems like. And then also this sort of level of not helping players on the field. Yeah. I know, Shannon knows. These are levels that these players don't have either. So Jerod's got to understand this.
Shannon, you're so polite. I appreciate you.
Thanks,
you go now. Final word, Shay.
Yeah, I just think the thing is that everybody learns differently. And the thing is that sometimes I was a visual learner. You just couldn't tell me what to do. Show me what you want me to do. And then once I saw it, that was it. But you have to understand these are very young players, Jerod, and that's why a lot of people can't coach, because what comes easy to a great player, Stephen, and you've heard basketball and you've heard other players say this, what comes easy to a great player is not easy to everyone else. And then they're having a hard time, but why can't you get it? Well, if everybody could get it with the relative ease that you did, you wouldn't be as great as you was, because everybody would be great and there would be no room for anybody to stand out. And so Jerod has to understand that. You keep coaching, even though there's theoretically, I give you the opportunity, I put this all in play. Now you go out there and play. But don't say that.